Yo, check, dig this, man. Have you ever shared just butt naked honest, man? Just told your truth. It can be text, it can be face to face, it can be in a meeting, it can be on Facebook. It doesn't matter. All you did was spoke your truth. That's what we teach people over here. You get honest, be open minded, you be willing. You ever did that, man? And somebody that took what you said, took what you text, took your post and made it about them. All you sharing is your experience. All you sharing is your story. And they made it about them and they made it personal, right? But hold on, they ain't just take it personally. Watch this, y'all. Then they began to attack you about you sharing your stuff about yourself. And why is this important, right? I think it's important for two reasons, man. One, that, people, especially the newcomers, man, you got to realize they real sensitive, y'all. We don't change our game for them, but we have to be mindful that they real sensitive when they share honestly like that and people take it personal, man. They begin to shut down. They water down they mess. They begin to walk on eggshells, man. We don't want that because we want them to free themselves, right? I say all that to say, man, you know what I'm saying? Because, and y'all know me, man. Majority of people know me, but they know I get a little raw, right? But I'm trying to learn how to just be a little more, flexible. I say all that to say this. I made a Facebook post, man. Talked to some addicts. They're like, bruh, that's all you said? And I'm gonna share with y'all what I said, man. I'm part of a couple of Facebook recovery groups, and I just put on there, man. All I said was this, y'all. All I said was, just because you can share real good doesn't mean you recover. That's it. That's all I said, bro. That's my experience, right? That's my experience. What happened with it, V? I'm glad y'all asked, right? Glad y'all asked. Right, so some people came in, come in like, oh, bruh, I remember I first came, bruh. I thought that's what recovery was. I mean, they were just sharing their experience, man. I'm replying to them like, that's how it was with me. I come to recover. I'm thinking it's about how good you can share. I don't know nothing about recovery. Then you had those, and I'm gonna get honest, bruh. I got hit with a blind spot. I didn't see this coming. People began to attack me. Listen, they started attacking me. Who is you? Right? You know what I'm saying? How you know? They don't mean they not recovering either. And I'm just reading, I'm like, oh, okay, what? You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? You need to be more positive. That's what a couple of addicts said. Listen, yeah, they didn't tell me when I came here to be positive. They didn't tell me that, bro. They said, Vernon, share your experience, strength, and hope. Right? And that's what I did. I shared my experience, man, right? Other people start saying, I'm talking about these guys, man, they got up to 100 comments or even more, probably. Other people said, what is y'all even reading what he's saying? So now it's going like this, y'all. Listen, they going at it, right? And I'm sitting there just sitting back and I'm tripping over this. I'm like, bruh, all over because I said just because you can share real good doesn't mean you recovering. And you took that personally, evidently I hit something that you didn't want to get with. It must be something about you. Maybe you think sharing real good mean you recovering. Maybe that's what you're looking for in a sponsor. I don't know. That ain't my job, bruh. But here's what I'm saying, man. That's my experience. See, when I came over here, man, I ain't know nothing about no step work, no traditions, no sponsorship. I ain't know nothing about that. But one thing I did know, I knew how to read and understand, right? See, they told me over here, they say, Vernon, it's only through understanding and application that this here work. But see, I knew how to read and understand. And I know how to spit this. I've been spitting for a long time. I was out in the street, I was spitting. I know how to sound good. I know how to hit an emotion inside of you, right? I know how to get you motivated. When I came up in this piece, I'm reading and I'm sharing, and every time I share, they're like, "Oh man, he's sharing his butt off, boy. You better share." Right? Now I'm an addict. I'm getting that feedback. It's feeding my addiction. Listen, y'all, this is my experience, bro. It's feeding my addiction. Now I'm getting a little claim time. People look at me like, boy, he can share right there. I'm talking about brand new to recovery, bro. Ain't wrote on no steps. You know what I'm saying? Ain't studied no traditions. Ain't did nothing. All I'm doing is reading the literature and sharing, right? Because I know how to share what I read, but that don't have nothing to do with recovery. One time they asked me to share up in the Salvation Army. That's where I came from, yeah. I said, yeah, I share up there. Now, the guy that asked me, he didn't ask me how much clean time I got. He didn't ask me what step work I was on, what step I was on. He didn't ask me about my sponsor. He didn't ask me none of that. I ain't had no sponsor. I just had a sponsor name. But he had heard me share. And he knew I was from the Salvation Army. So I said, yeah, I go up there, bro. I carry the message. You know, that's what I do, man. Right? Let me share something with y'all, bro. If you don't got no recovery in you, man, right? Right. You carry the message. Right. But you ain't carrying the message that we try to carry right over here. Right. So anyway, I don't know nothing about no recovery. All I'm just talking about what I read, bro. So I get up in there. And I did what I do. You know, and I say that humbly. Did what I do. And now I can see I'm reading the crowd. Now remember, I was doing this before I came to recovery. I was doing this. I used to rap. I was doing this in school. I used to act. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do this, man. I know how to move the crowd. I know how to find one person and just speak to that one person. And all y'all looking at me and y'all focusing, but I'm really just talking to that one person. Because all I do is when I'm sharing, I just look for one person that locks in on me. And I said, there he is. Then I go over here and find one more. There she is. I got two people. I'm walking the stage. I'm working the crowd. Wife likes to say, read the room. I'm reading the room. Huh? And I'm spitting. And I'm saying they're getting emotion. I'm seeing them, the tears coming in their eye. I'm just sharing my experience. A true story. I'm sharing. But I'm sounding real good. Don't know nothing about no recovery. Now it's over. Ain't got no step work in me. Me and my wife, we leaving. Check dig this. About 6, 7 addicts pull up on me. Hey man, would you sponsor me? This is why I shared that on the Facebook group, right? Would you sponsor me? I'm like, hold on, brother. They threw me against the wall. I'm up against the wall. Addicts all around me, y'all. Don't know nothing about. All I did was spit. That's all I did. I said, hold on, dog. My wife, she back over that way. Look, she far off a little bit. I said, hold on, dog. Let me call my sponsor. Yeah, blase. Did I call my sponsor? No, bruh. Who did I call? I called the dope boy. My wife knew it. Huh? Talk about I'm in a recovery facility, in a treatment center. All these addicts around me wanting me to sponsor them. They all around me. I pick up the phone, told them I'm going to call my sponsor, but I called the dope boy. Bruh, don't talk to me, bruh. I'm trying to save your life. Don't attack me. I'm trying to save your life, bruh. Don't be like me. So I leave, right? Wife ain't saying nothing to me, dog. She ain't saying a word to me. This is my experience, bruh. Now I'm right. You ever made your woman so mad? You know how sometimes they just stare out in the front? My wife was so mad, she just stared out the side of the window. She didn't even want to look my way. Didn't say a word to her. She knew the code. She knew how I talk, right? Just quiet. Get all the way home. She said, so let me just clear something up. So you go in there, you carry the message to all these newcomers. They're all sick. They all want your help, right? And you call the dope boy with all these addicts wanting your help? Huh? That's what she said to me, bro. She said, please explain that to me. Make that make sense. I said, oh, it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? That's what I told my wife. I said, it ain't nothing. I said, all you have to do is sound real good. Boom, she out the door. Boom, slam the door. Listen, man, and that's what I was doing when I was up in here, bruh. I mean, another time I'm sharing somewhere, older man pulled me to the side. He said, come here, bruh. What's your name? I said, my name V, man. He said, how much clean time you got, bruh? I said, about 2 years. About 2 years. He said, dang, you share like you got 15. You see what I'm talking about? But the more of the story is, bruh, is that I have all these people attracted to me, right? Thinking I'm recovering based on the way that I sound. That don't mean nothing about no recovery, dog. But I got to tell you the whole story. Every time I was focused on sounding real good, every time I was focused on performing, I kept getting high. See, sharing real good don't keep you clean, man. This is my experience, bro. And this is why I put that out there, right? Just because somebody can share real good doesn't mean they are recovering, bruh. How you know, V, based on my experience? See, it shows up in the way that you live. I wasn't carrying myself no way like I was recovering. I was just sounding like I was recovering. So now what happened? I finally surrendered. And check this, y'all. The more I started working on me, the more I started working on the steps and studying the traditions and right and applying these spiritual principles to my life. Guess what happened, yeah? I'm still the same person. I started listening more and sharing less. Other members started noticing. He ain't sharing that much, right? Because that's not a requirement, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you don't have to share every time, right? Another older member pulled me to the side. He said, V, let me tell you something about this program, man. Well, this program is like a spiritual bank, right? He said, the more you read, the more you listen, you're making spiritual deposit into your bank. He said, but every time you share, so I'm trying to help somebody, bro. He said, every time you share, you're making a withdrawal. So if you're sharing more than you're listening, if you're sharing more than you're reading, if you're sharing more than you're studying, you might be spiritual bankrupt. See, and that's what was happening with me. I kept sharing. I wasn't reading. I was just sharing to be able to, I was just reading to be able to perform, bruh. That's all I was doing in the beginning because that's how my disease was tricking me. It made me think if I can spit this and sound like I'm recovering, I'm recovering. If I can get all this attention. See, I didn't know that, bruh. I didn't know I was recovering from validation. I didn't know I was recovering from I need y'all attention. I didn't know none of that, bruh. I kept getting high, man. So now I'm working the program and I'm just listening. So another older member, he come up to me, man. He said, V, slide over, man. What's up with you, man? I said, I'm good. He said, I noticed you don't share as much as you used to. I said, bruh, that's a trick. All that sharing, that's a trick. I share my experience as a whole. It's a setup. What I mean by that, my disease know me more than I know myself. And he knew that I had low self-esteem. And he knew, right, that he allowed me to do all these things, right, share real good, because he knew he can get me like that. He can trip me up. See, one thing you have to learn in recovery, you have to learn how the disease of addiction affects you personally. That's one way it affects me. Through what? Through y'all attention. See, I'm aware of it now, right? So I'm aware of that. So I pay attention to when I'm sharing. So I say all that to say, I'm just listening. And I told him, I said, nowhere in the literature. And I read the literature. But now my motives for reading the literature have changed. I'm not reading and studying the literature so I can sound good. I'm reading and studying the literature so I can meditate on it, so I can start to apply it to my life. That's why I read it. Now, I read the literature. I don't be trying to sound real good. I read the literature because it's teaching me about recovery. I don't know nothing about the disease of addiction, and I don't know nothing about recovery. So if I got a book and it say many books have been written by the nature of addiction, but this book right here is concerned itself with the nature of recovery. Our book is about recovery. I'd be a fool not to read it. But if I don't know how the disease of addiction affects me personally, older member told me, he said, well, don't let that thing trick you, bruh. Don't let that thing trick you, right? So now here I am, ain't sharing that much. Told the older member, I said, nowhere Nowhere in the literature that it says if you can share real good, you recover. It doesn't say that. So my job right now is to share my experience, strength, and hope. So what happened? I got an idea. I said, you know what, man? I'm gonna post this. Just because a person can share real good doesn't mean they recover. And it blew up. I got attacked, and that's okay. But that's my experience, man. I'm not gonna stop sharing my experience because what I'm sharing touching you. What I'm sharing touches something inside you that you don't want to get with, bruh. It happens all the time in recovery, right? Honest people can relate to honest sharing. And there's several ways they can relate to it. Some of them get an aha moment, like, ah, man, you know what? I want to get his number, man. Tell me a little bit more about that, man. There's some people that touch them and they get defensive. They feel attacked, right? So they want to attack you. Listen, man, I've been around here for a minute. And majority of people on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, if I get honest, I don't know y'all. So y'all can attack me all you want, bruh. I don't know y'all. Y'all know y'all don't know me. But the people who know how I get down, they know, oh, V got good intentions. I'm just trying to help somebody. I want y'all to know, bruh, your truth, just keep coming. Your truth will hurt some people, y'all. They will take it personal. They will try to attack y'all, but I want y'all, man, do not give up. Don't let nobody else keep you from coming to recovery, man. Don't let nobody else prevent you from stop posting on TikTok. Stop posting on YouTube. Don't do that, bruh. They too busy trying to make you look bad. You keep carrying your message because that's all it is. We carry the message in the rooms and we carry the message outside of the rooms, bruh. And we just got to keep spreading this love, man. We got to keep spreading our recovery, keep sharing our experience, strength, and hope, bruh. And we're going to keep this thing moving. If this landed with any of y'all, man, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like it. And most importantly, comment and let me know what y'all think, man. Till next time, man.